May I speak to Gina Mullins, please?
This, sir?
Hi, Gina. I had requested a call back from you at 7 a.m. this morning. I had noticed that you didn't call.
Okay. I didn't get here at 7 a.m. What can I help you with?
Gina, you towed my car and there a car and trailer on Saturday.
I don't tow, so.
Okay. Your company
Okay.
towed my car on Saturday, and there are at least two very significant deficiencies in the towing that I figured I would call you to address this way, as opposed to having to involve the Attorney General.
Okay. What kind of car?
It was a Ford Focus with a small trailer attached. Would you like any details? I have the towing details here.
Where were you towed from?
From the Wells Fargo parking lot.
Okay. What can I help you with?
So you towed my car in violation of Arlington County Code. You did not call it in before you towed it. I can prove that.
Call it in before we tow it.
Excuse me?
Arlington Code does not say we have to call it in before we tow it.
I spoke to the police, and the police indicated that you...
Okay, well, tell the police they're wrong, or give me his number, and I'll let him know he's wrong, because that's not the case. Arlington County Code used to be that we had to call it in before we tow it, but now we do not. What else can I help you with?
You fraudulently overcharged me.
Okay, how is that?
You charged me $370, and the receipt was only for $320. Now, that looks like a very curious omission on your part.
No. I mean, if she gave you a receipt for $320 and charged you $370, then send me that, and I can refund you with that. That's just a simple mistake. If she was going to carry it for, do you have it, the Ford Focus? I think she overcharged him. Oh, they already put the money back on your card.
Yeah, it was a fraudulent transaction in the first place. I had to call, and I was told that I had to come in order to have it rectified.
Okay, well, it definitely wasn't fraud. It was a simple mistake.
How would you determine fraud versus a simple mistake, given that your company is being investigated for predatory practices?
What else can I help you with? You got your money back. What else can I help you with?
So Gina, you're not concerned that you just towed cars and don't call them into the Arlington County PD?
They don't have to be called in prior to tow.
When do they have to be called in, according to you?
10 minutes. Well, state code doesn't allow Arlington to tell us anything, but we agreed with Arlington. We do 10 minutes.
You do 10 minutes. Okay, well, that's, again, I can prove that this is fraudulent. The police confirmed that you called it in at 3:25 p.m.
Okay. Well, the county can't hold us to any of that because the state code doesn't allow them to do that.
So you kind of do what you want and just say that screw them?
No, I wouldn't say that.
What exactly are you saying? How should I interpret?
There's nothing illegal. There's nothing illegal about it.
But if you don't call it in within 10 minutes, there's nothing illegal, you're saying?
It's not illegal, no.
So when do you have to call it in? From what time do you have to call it in?
What does the state code say? State code says forthwith.
I'm sorry, state code says what?
Hang on one second.
Forthwith.
Hey, bud, you calling about your cars being called in?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll explain the law to you real quick. The in state code.
Can you? I'm sorry, sir. Can you identify yourself, please, for the call, so I can keep records?
Yeah, I'm actually owner of the company. So listen.
And what would your name be?
My name is John. So
John what?
I'm not, buddy. I'm not giving you my last name. So listen. State code does not give any parameters as to how long a vehicle is to be called in. Years ago, Arlington was requiring that we call the vehicles in before we towed the cars, and once I pointed out that state code did not give them permission to do so, we agreed to 10 minutes, even though Fairfax and Alexandria go for an hour. And but there's nothing that they can hold me to. We just agreed, a gentleman's agreement, that we would call the cars in within 10 minutes. Now their teletime system's quite often really busy. And it goes, sometimes we're on hold for 20, 30 minutes, but that's just the nature of the beast. But anyway, there's absolutely nothing she could do about the law.
And not only that, when they're telling him that we called it in at 3:25, 3:25 is when they finish entering it, not when we call it.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Well, that's when they finish entering the vehicle into their system. It takes them quite some time. It's never been right. But you feel free to keep on still in the state of Virginia.
And it was within 10 minutes.
It was not, ma'am.
Right.
You actually showed it arriving at your lot at 3:16 p.m.
Right.
So if it arrived at your lot at 3:16 p.m. and it's an 8-minute drive, I can confirm this.
And look in the county code. Look up, see what it says. It says absolutely nothing about it.
And you guys don't intend to abide by any of that, then?
There's that, it doesn't say anything that we have to do anything.
Okay, so the gentleman's agreement, you clearly did not.
I agreed to it years ago because I can get to pretty much anywhere in Arlington County in 10 minutes. Now, it doesn't mean that they're not going to keep me on hold and enter stuff in longer in the system, longer than 10 minutes, but I just agreed to it. Fairfax and Alexandria, they go for an hour, and they take it by fax, and sometimes, it's an hour and a half, 2 hours with that.
So again, to be clear,
it's not a state. There's no law that says the vehicle has to be called in by a certain time. No law.
no law, and the gentleman's agreement. The gentleman's agreement is non-binding, according to you.
It's not binding at all.
And how do you think that the Attorney General would feel about this?
Give her a call and let her know. I'll explain the law to her.
To Mr. Herring?
Yeah, to Mr. Herring. Well, it's actually him. He's not handling the case. It's a lady named Erin Woody. Give her a call. Tell her, give me a call, and I'll explain the law to her.
You'll
have anything to do with it.
Okay, so then
She'll understand. She'll understand. You call her, and she'll explain the law to you. Or call Mr. Herring and have him explain the law to you. You obviously don't like my explanation. Call them. They're the experts.
I think you're engaging in fraudulent practices.
State code does not address it whatsoever.
Okay, but if the state code does not explicitly say, it doesn't mean that there is a prohibition on further.
We do not have to call the vehicle in at any certain time. None.
You don't have to call it in at all.
But yours was actually called in, but I don't have to.
Okay, so you don't. And John,
There's no law that tells me I have to call a car in by a certain time. None.
And John, again, you identified yourself as the owner of the company. Can you please give me your last name so I can determine whether you are?
I'll give you my last name.
Well, then how do I know?
I'll give you my last name. Come on by the shop. I'll give it to you.
How do I know you're the owner of the company?
You'll know when you get here. I'm the big guy.
What does the big guy mean? Is that a threat?
You'll see. I know. I'm not worried about it. All right, buddy. Come on by.
Can you explain to me what?
We're really busy.
Can you explain to me Can you explain to me what big guy means? Can you explain that to me, please? For the record, I'm located in Washington, D.C., one-party consent. And they appear to have hung up. Yes, is this Miss Mullins I'm speaking to?
This, sir?
I have a question about a tow with a trailer attached.
Okay.
Where in the law is that permitted?
Where in the law says it's not.
Oh, okay. So now your argument is that if it doesn't...
I'm telling you, a law doesn't say... Where is there a law that says I can walk down the street with black shoes on? There isn't. But there's not one that says I can't.
Okay. And is there a law in... Okay, so that is your argument, is that there... So
my argument is there's no law that says we can't tow a car with a trailer on it.
That's fine.
There's no law that says we cannot.
What's
your next question?
How many tows is that? When you tow a car with a trailer attached, how many tows is that?
If there's 2 vehicles, it's 2 tows, if that's how you want to word it.
But it's not 2 vehicles, right?
VIN numbers, they both have to be reported. Two vehicles, 2 pieces of equipment.
But one tow, correct? It was one tow.
Mm-hmm.
You're
paying for two vehicles or 2 pieces of equipment.
What do you mean 2 pieces of equipment? Well,
in your case, it was one trailer and 1 vehicle.
Did you tow them separately?
I wasn't here. I don't know what he did. But either way, you pay for both.
Okay,
they were both reported to the police department.
Yes, not in a timely manner.
Okay, sounds good. It actually was. I looked it up. I looked it up. It's all on camera. It was 100% reported on time. If it took them an extra 2 minutes to put it in the system, then you'd have to take that up with them. But I just looked on our cameras here from the time your car was towed to the time it was reported. It was definitely in 10 minutes. What else can I help you with?
Can you tell me when it was reported and when it shows up on camera?
I told you it was called in on time. What else can I help you with?
I don't understand that.
I'm not required to do any of this. And after the way that you've talked to not only me and my boss, I'm going to only give you what I'm required. What else do you need?
I believe I'm allowed to request let me see the exact wording here.
I know the code. What do you need? I'll let you know if I can do it.
I would like all information related to the custodian who authorized the tow and the recovery operator.
That's given to the county.
I believe that can be requested by the vehicle owner.
That's requested by the county.
So I cannot request who authorized the tow.
I don't give that information to you.
You do not give it. It's just a matter of policy. You do not give it.
It's given to the county. You want to read that code that you're looking at?
Yes.
Okay.
So you do not. So I'm hereby requesting the custodian information for who authorized the tow.
That's given to the county.
So you will not give it to me.
I don't. That's just not something we do, because if I tell you, the property manager or the janitor or the security guard or whoever, I don't need you to go. I'm not saying you would do this, but it has happened. I don't want you to go back and, key their car or flip a table in their office or, it's not something we do. That's why we give it to the county.
Okay. And can you identify yourself, please, for me? I didn't catch it again.
Listen, you already know who I am. You called me. I don't need to give you my voice on your little recording. What else can I help you with?
Okay, I will continue. Thank you.
Have a good day. I'm leaving, so if you need something, you're going to have to call me back tomorrow.
Who would I ask for?
I'll be back tomorrow.
Okay.
So if you have any more questions, you've called how many times this morning, how many times since the weekend? If you have any more questions, go ahead and ask them now.
I believe the number is twice, Ms. Mullins. Twice. I called twice.
What else can I help you with?
Well, I that was my first question, I guess. So.
Okay. What's your next one?
No, there is nothing that prevents you from charging me twice, you say. There is nothing that prevents one tow from being charged twice. And you do not provide the custodian the authorization of the tow. Okay, that's what I need to know.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Have a good day.